Terrell here, and I'm back again with another review. This time for Three Body Problem, coming to Netflix March 21st. I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time in anticipation for this series, this book series from, I want to make sure I get this name right, Shai-Chin Liu. This has probably been on this. I know, in fact, not probably, I know this has been on a lot of people's list for a while. Anytime you get a book adaptation that has a big following, you already know it's going to come with some hate, some controversy, um, and so much down the line. Netflix has given us, well, I've been able to watch all eight episodes of the series, and they're all about an hour apiece. I went into this completely blind. I don't have any knowledge of the books. I gotta say, I really want to definitely dive more into the books after watching this series. But let's start off first with just the plot. If you guys are not familiar with this now, and I'll go through this right now for you. A fateful decision made in 1960s China reverberates in the present, where a group of scientists partner with a detective to confront an existential planetary threat. And let's keep it vague there, because obviously this is not a spoiler review. I'm gonna keep it as vague as I can. I'm just gonna give you, of course, my thoughts and everything about overall what the series is, how good the series is, stuff like that. But let's start off with the cast. First of all, shout out to the casting director. The casting for this show is absolutely bonkers, absolutely phenomenal. There's no reason that this cast should be as star-studded as it is. Now, get me wrong. We already know Netflix got bills. Netflix got money. It's no surprise as to who's in this cast. So I'm just going to go through a few of the people. Not everybody, obviously, but I'm going through a few for the few people that are in this series for Three Body Problem. First of all, we have Jovan Adepo, who's be playing Saul. We have Cunningham, who we all know from Game of Thrones. And when I saw him, I was just like, man, there's just no. There's the budget right there. We got Liam Cunningham, um, Isa Gonzalez. She's playing one of the main characters, Augie, in this series. She was in Baby Driver. She was in I Care Less. She was also in Godzilla versus Kong. She has been making her rounds, and as soon as I seen her, I knew for a fact, I was like, this going to be a good series. We got Jess Hong. We got Benedict Wong. This guy's been in like everything the last couple years. When I saw Benedict Wong, I was like, man, he's definitely, he's getting a lot of roles outside of Marvel, obviously, but he's a phenomenal actor. And he definitely shows it in this show, the level of range that he has. I mean, just as Wong, I thought he did a phenomenal job, showing what he could do with that. But with this, with the level that this show goes, you definitely see more of that range here. Margot Kelly, Alex Sharp, um, and I guess and John Bradley again from Game of Thrones. Again, and like I said, the cast is stacked. So like I said, I'll leave it at that, and then you guys can, I'll leave the surprises for who else is in there. But like I said, watching this show, uh, without going without going into any level of spoilers, is definitely a mystery I didn't know I was gonna expect. I didn't know what I was gonna get into, because the beginning, the way this show starts off, obviously in China, is super brutal. And I'm like, okay, what are we getting into here? Definitely, we start off with a scientist, being pretty much almost exiled by his country, and killed for believing in certain science. And we see, obviously, this version of China that is being shown, where they don't play that, and you get reprimanded for learning certain things or knowing certain things, as the show goes on to say. Knowledge is power and almost everything, but certain knowledge you almost shouldn't have, and they try to protect that by any means possible. Um, the show further goes into what I wasn't expecting by a sci-fi element to the show that I'm thinking this is gonna be, like I said, I went into this blind. I'm thinking this is gonna just be a regular show. I'm thinking this is gonna be like, okay, this is science, whatever. Okay, I've been dealing with some politics in the country. No, this dives deeper into some subjects that I didn't even think that we were gonna even get into. Um, but just seeing, like I said, the show revolves around these scientists, and it jumps around to different points. And I just want you to remember that too, because I was confused as hell watching this show. It jumps around at different points, so it definitely clears that up as you go on, to really kind of full circle bring you to the present of the people that we have, that are in the main cast, the friends that are, going to solve this mystery, this problem, with the world, because this is a global crisis that's going on. um like I said, you're going to see a lot of events for this show just completely out of order, and you're going to be confused as hell. um Keep in mind too, the thing that makes me nervous about this show, not just the big casting and the big names for the show, but I feel like every time, and it's not a shot at Netflix, but every time we have something that's this good and it's a book series, I get nervous because I don't want to jump into something like this after watching all 8 episodes, 8 hours of my life, to know that we're not going to get a second season because nothing's confirmed. But I just really hope that this catches on and people are really showing this love, because I have no idea how Netflix algorithms work. But I'm telling you right now, this show is worth the watch. This show will keep you locked in from episode one. You're gonna want to know how this ends. This, at least, this first season ends. You're gonna want to know by episode 8, because I couldn't put it down. There's a lot of just weirdness about the show. There's a lot of so many different comparisons to life, and so many different things that it jumps in. Like I said, and this premiered, I believe this premiered first at South by Southwest too. So a lot of people probably already have like really good reception of it. And I'm telling you that the show is magnificently good. The budget alone just for some of the visuals are what I'm already like, man, this has to be a 150-200 million dollar show. Just some of the visuals, like I said, without going into spoilers, they use certain devices that take you to different places, and it looks incredible. Like I said, the level of movie magic that we get out of this show and television, it definitely shows how far we've come. Just TV alone, translate, if you don't have to go to the big screen anymore to see this level of quality. And I think we've kind of reached that plateau too, where Westworld and Game of Thrones and stuff like that, we're far past the point where you can't get good visuals, good acting, good costumes, good location and stuff like that on regular TV. Because like I said, we are at the plateau of really good television, and this show absolutely knocks it out of the park. Again, I was absolutely hooked after the first episode alone, seeing where this story went, and kind of like just reminded me like of a certain, it was a certain books, again, it's certain anime book stories. And if I tell you, if I could not remember what the name of it at this time, but it had to deal with a certain countdown. And that's all I'm going to say. There's a countdown that happens in this show, and it leads into a whole lot of other stuff that happens. But keep your eye on certain characters. Like I said, this show jumps around, and like I said, without giving too much away, there's something that you won't absolutely see coming. There's a lot of twists and turns that I thought I was right as I'm writing my notes. I'm thinking I had it all figured out, and I didn't. And I'm sitting here like, man, well, I guess wrong. But this show I recommend for all my sci-fi nerds, all my all my cult followers, everybody that just wants to see something good on TV right now. This is definitely something hitting out the park. For all you people that claim you were canceling those Netflix subscriptions, once again, what are you doing? This is another show worth watching. I'm telling you, this, you don't have to have HBO to get good television anymore. Netflix is bringing you good shows. My only concern is it so good? Is it so expensive that we won't get this finished out with the level of talent that is here? These movie stars, are we going to be able to get them back to finish out this series? This book series. And like I said, obviously, I don't know what happens beyond, what the 8 episodes that I've seen. But like I said, I can tell you right now, this is 100% worth your time. Like I said, I just going through the star-studded cast alone. It's just a lot. Directed by Minky Spiro, written by David Benioff. I just want to make sure I hit a lot of those people because they should be credited. All 8 episodes. David Benioff, who's also worked on Game. Okay, starting to see. Maybe I missed the memo here about this show. Again, I went into this not having any background of, so a lot of Game of Thrones actors you're gonna see here, which makes a lot more sense now that I watch this. But yeah, this show's nuts. This show's crazy. Visually, it's off the charts. Money was clearly spent here. Casting, and just overall, the story was chef's kiss incredible. I highly recommend you watching 3 Body Problem, 8 episodes coming to Netflix March 21st. Make sure you put this on your schedule watch. 100% worth it, guys. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I said a lot and I said little at the same time, but let me know what you thought about it. What if you had a chance to watch it? What you thinking about the show so far? Like I said, I liked it. 8 episodes, easy watch. Our episodes did not feel like an hour to me because I was so engrossed in what was going on and I wanted to know the mystery. But like I said, just leave me a comment below. Shout out to everybody involved in this. This is incredible. But on that note, I'll see you guys next time for another review.